everyone, welcome back to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. I'm Anthony Toma, your host, and today we're here with another Anthony Samona from Quik Pix. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Anthony?
We've tried to do this for a very long time. I'm glad we finally got the chance to sit down and bring what you do to everyone, and you help you get them through the kind of trials and tribulations of launching a business and creating a business out of your passion.
Yes,
so thanks for joining us. Why don't we start off by just kind of, let's get into how you started.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Glad to be here. So I started in 2011, was my very first photo gig. And growing up, I always had a camera in my hand, and I loved taking pictures. Back then, it was just a digital camera, Sony's, Canons, Nikons. You could buy them from anywhere, Walmart, Meijer, or Target.
Yeah.
I was the family photographer. Christmas gatherings, weddings, and I would just gather my cousins up and just snap a photo. My inspiration came from my mom growing up. She was the family photographer for her side of the family, my dad's side of the family. Us growing up as kids, she captured everything, printed them, put them in albums. And then she went back to work with my dad, and she kind of stopped. So I was in about like middle school when she got so busy she couldn't do photos anymore for us. So I took over the family photos, and I went to Oakland University, graduated with business, and I actually was still doing like family events. And I was actually working at a gas station for a good friend of mine, is like a brother, Carlo Cuza. A lot of people know Carlo.
Boy.
Yep. And he actually, I had a first cousin hosting an adult Halloween party. And she gave me a call, and she's like, hey, can you just bring your digital camera on? I don't want to be busy with my phone, and back then it was Blackberries, and the camera quality was so bad.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, I got you, don't worry, I'll take care of it. So Carlo had this Canon camera. They used to sell them at like Costco and Sam's Club. They no longer do anymore. I asked him, I said, Carlo, can I borrow your camera? He's like, yeah, sure. We'd have fun with this. So I went to that party, and I started taking photos of all these couples and friends, and they saw me doing a great job, and they asked my cousin who hired me, they're like, wow, your cousin, that's such a great idea. Like, does he do that for everybody? I never seen that before.
Yeah.
And then like that word of mouth, referral base, it just started. I started getting inquiries for people's kids' birthday parties, and that's how I started. It was like first birthday parties and baptisms, communions. Back then, Anthony, there wasn't really like, in the early 2000s, 2010, 11, you needed to hire a wedding photographer to bring to your family function event.
Yeah.
There wasn't really a big market for us photographers to do milestone parties. So luckily, I started pretty much the same year as Instagram came out. So I kind of turned my personal Instagram account into a photography page.
Yeah.
And I just started posting all the families I would photograph. Thank you for the so-and-so family using, Anthony Samona for capturing your event, and word of mouth and Instagram. And I kind of, thank God for our community, just blew up, and I made it a career.
Cool. Yeah. So on Instagram is where you're predominantly keeping your work. Where else, what other social channels do you use?
So I started with Instagram, and my Instagram just kept growing, and right now I just have Instagram and my website.
Oh, okay.
So
it's your website is the other place. Okay.
Yeah. And then people would usually get a hold of me. They would just just send me a DM on Instagram, and I would send them information, get some details about their event, and my website too has a contact us page.
Okay. So, why don't you just share your contact and your Instagram page?
Sure.
So that
yes.
people can kind of find you. Your URL.
Oh yeah, my Instagram is Anthony Samona _Quik Pix, QUIKPIX, and my website is quickpixphoto.com. Yep.
What kind of venues do you normally do? I know you mentioned back it was a wedding photographer. Now, what kind of events do you do that you don't necessarily need a wedding photographer for?
Proposals, engagement parties, communions, baptisms, 30th, 40th, 50th birthday, any milestone event, grad parties, And family portraits. On the weekends, you're having family dinner on Sundays. Call a photographer, get everyone in a nice outfit, and I'll be there.
Right, right.
So, yeah.
So what's the process in the inquiry and then the hiring process? So is there a form? Is there just message you or how's it work?
Yeah, so the form on my website is a little bit more detailed than my DMs on Instagram.
Yeah.
Date, number of people, location, time frame. And once I see what kind of event you're having, I'll give you some photo packages. Each event is differently priced. And depending on if you're having like 300 people or like 100 people and under. So yeah, pretty much like just details go into,
And then you have kid events.
Yeah.
You have grown-up events. You have all these kind of different events. What are some of the coolest things or the funniest things or the quirkiest things that have ever happened to you on these events?
So the moment when a man gets down on his knees and asks a woman to be his wife, it's like as a photographer hiding in the bushes on the side, or hiding behind a curtain. It's probably the most nerve-wracking. It's like I feel everything like the groom to be is feeling, just because like I'm like there with him. I'm like, man, because the responsibility is on me too. It's like I'm hoping she'll say yes, but I'm hoping my camera doesn't die on me when I capture the moment. So it's awesome. Like, and I love the reaction. It's very pure. I love capturing love, and that's what that's what I stand for. I love capturing those moments because photography is my passion, and I want to like share my passion with the art talents I have with other people. So I love capturing that.
So even in middle school, you kind of had the eye. To kind of capture a moment or to frame a moment, and talk a little bit about the technical side of that part of the business.
So you go to an event, you can't forget your SD card. Luckily, it's never happened to me where I forgot an SD card. I keep spares everywhere, my compartments in my car, my laptop bag, my camera bag. Life is busy, so you might forget a thing or two. But you need lighting, you need a memory card, and you need your camera, and extra batteries. Extra batteries is crucial, and so you after your event, you're done shooting. My process after is I back up everything. I have 2 backups because it'll be devastating if something happens, water damage, a break-in your car. You just back up all the content, and then you go through all the photos, erase the bad ones, blurry photos, people blinking, people not ready for a photo. You just trim down the gallery. And then you upload them to editing software, and which I use Adobe for all my editing. And then after you're done editing, you export all the photos into that folder, and then you upload them onto a website. I use a website. Some people use Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive or Dropbox. But I use my website, and then the people have access to download the gallery.
Gotcha. Then how many of these engagement or proposals have you done, roughly?
Oh, man. I want to say, like, it's been 13 years in business. I want to say, like, close to 1,000.
1,000?
Yeah, close to 1,000.
Oh, my God.
I'm able to squeeze, like, my the wedding vendor business busy season is from like April to January. Really, January is done. Christmas is filled with proposals. Everyone's trying to propose.
Busy season coming up.
Busy season. So really, on a Saturday and Sunday, I could squeeze in. Proposals take about 45 minutes. I could do 4 proposals on a Saturday.
Oh shit.
4 is my limit because I get really tired. So.
Plus, you want to give them the proper attention,
Exactly.
and the setup, and you don't want to rush and get there after the fact.
Yep.
Which
yep.
never
happened.
happened.
That'd be terrible.
So have you ever heard a no?
No, thank God.
Really?
No, yes.
Out of 1,000?
I've never heard a no. I've heard reactions that were not the happiest.
Oh boy.
But they still say yes. And sometimes that reaction would be like, I could tell like, this wasn't the proposal the girl planned, dreamed up.
Right.
It's too public. Why'd you call all your family and friends here? This is embarrassing.
Right.
But they still love the guy.
Yeah.
You know, and so.
All right. Have you ever said no in your head? Like, don't do it,
Oh
baby.
man,
Don't do it.
I'm gonna be honest and blunt.
Yeah.
I have so many proposals. Yes, I have yes, Anthony, 100%. In my head, I'm like, man, like he could have done better or she could have done better, and I don't care. It's that's my opinion,
Right. No. And of course, we're joking, but
Of course. God brings beautiful people together for His glory.
Absolutely, of course, 100%. So you don't follow through with like the wedding photos or anything like that, or sometimes you do
So
photos.
yeah, so after the proposal, they'll have like an engagement party, bridal shower.
Yeah.
And then which I always do follow up with them.
Okay, cool.
And then I'm starting to do weddings now.
Yeah.
More like boutique weddings, like
Okay.
300,
Oh,
around
nice.
300 and under.
Yeah.
My cousin Michael is a videographer, and we partner up, and I do the photo, he does the video, he makes beautiful trailers and
great.
reels. Yep. And Anthony, another big part of my business are photo booths.
Yeah.
I have 7 photo booth machines, and we do all kinds of events, corporate, weddings, and I also have the 360 video camera.
Okay.
And audio voicemail phone. You leave it on a prop table, and as soon as guests are done taking their photo, they pick up the phone. It's a vintage phone, and they leave a voicemail for the bride and groom.
Oh wow, that's
So it's pretty
amazing.
nice. It's pretty cool. A new piece of technology that's coming
nice.
out. Yeah. So.
And how do people book that? And
Same Instagram DM and my website and just text message. My number has pretty gone around the community. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so people just shoot me a text.
That's cool.
Yep.
What about venues? Like, what are your kind of favorite venues to kind of shoot at? Or
So yes, I live right by Shenandoah Country Club. So when a party's at Shenandoah, it is one of my favorite venues. Panas of Sterling Heights is also beautiful, one of my favorites. Palazzo in Shelby.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm pretty much at all 3 equally. Restaurant venues. I love the new Aurora on West Bloomfield.
Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yes, and also Prime 29
Yep.
is also a great one. And Sexy Steak downtown Detroit, they just opened. They have
Is it open already?
Yes. It's,
Okay,
yep,
wow,
yep.
cool.
They have a banquet space. It's a 4-floor-story building, and they have banquet facility up above the restaurant. It's beautiful.
what are some of the landmarks around there near Sexy Steak?
MGM Hotel
Oh, really?
Casino's right across the street.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yep,
Wow.
yep. And then and Campus Martius is like a couple
So
minutes.
everything's close. Yeah.
Yep, yep. And there is a beautiful park, actually, the restaurant Lumen. It's also right across the street. There's a beautiful park. If anyone want to do there, I would do engagement photos there.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Do you do a lot of stuff downtown?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Campus Martius is a popular proposal spot. Highlands Detroit, that restaurant
Oh, yeah.
at the Renaissance
Yep.
Center, is a very popular spot as well.
Yep.
And just restaurant lounges, a lot of people plan proposals there.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're in this space and you love the space and you're digging what you do for a living. How did you create that, and what is your advice to others on how to be where you're at today?
Yes. So to make it a business, the help of my CPA, he guided me down the right path of what I need to do.
Do you want to shout him out?
Yeah, Tony Kashat.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Shuman Yeldu Kashat Associates on Northwestern. I had to be. I'm a legitimate business now, and just the process of that, with help of my business degree, I have social media presence. I'm the secretary. I'm the admin. I'm the photo editor. So it's hard when you're like a vendor in the wedding business to have like an office, like HR, accounting. It's like everybody wants to talk to you. Everybody wants the price quote from you.
Of course.
They want you to edit the photos. They want you to take the photos. So I'm busy. Like if I'm not shooting on weekends, I'm editing, returning phone calls, pricing out jobs. So it's been like a journey. I've been learning myself, down this fun entertainment side of business. And my advice is, to anyone who wants to turn their hobby into a career, is just take it day by day. And honestly, YouTube videos help a lot. There's a lot of professionals on there that'll give you great advice, great tips. And just my older peers too, older successful peers in our community, my brothers, my cousins, they all have successful businesses, and they always gave me good advice.
You want to shout them out?
Yes, my first cousin, Jimmy Napso with Fortis Payment Systems.
Yep.
And my brother, Danny Samona, he's in Encore Investment Group. My brother, Randy Samona, he's also an immigration attorney. And they helped me out a lot.
That's cool.
Yep, yep.
So I see a ring on your finger.
Yes.
You're a married man?
Yes, 8 years.
How did you propose?
So our first date was at Imagine Novi.
Okay.
And it was I proposed to her in February 2015. Mm-hmm. And we were going to see a movie. And we went to dinner. And then I was nervous. Of course, I couldn't eat my food. And I knew she was going to say yes. But yeah, it's that natural.
How come you're not eating today?
I know, yeah, exactly. She even asked me that question.
Come on.
I was like, I don't know, my stomach kind of hurts. So we went to Imagine Novi after, and then we were supposed to go see a movie. So I stopped in at the desk, got the tickets, and then Imagine Novi has the balcony. So I had a lot of my closest family and friends up there.
Nice.
And I made the whole thing like staged. I had my photographer friend and video with Dream Film, Samer Hanona. He mic'd me up. I told her I had to go to the bathroom. He was in the bathroom, mic'd me up, everything, got the popcorn. So those coming soon plaques around the movie theater, I had one made. I had a really nice photo of us, and I got it graphic image. I made it look like a movie coming soon, a movie premiere poster.
Oh, nice.
So I covered it with red velvet, like a red velvet Hollywood glam blanket. And I even made like a fake sign.
You went all out.
Yeah, I made a fake sign, Imagine Novi, please do not touch, property of Imagine Novi, whatever. So I'm a rule breaker. My wife is
she's like, don't touch that.
Everything, rule follower to the T.
The
so
perfect match.
Yup, the perfect match.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, what's this? So she's like, don't touch it. Don't. So
Right there.
she started walking away into the movie theater. She's like, stop, you're so embarrassing. I'm like, oh, look, it's the new, I forgot what movie. I said, it's the new movie coming out. I'm like, look, she's like, no, my God, you're so embarrassing. She stopped running away. I'm like, crap, what am I? She's gone. My family's watching. What am I about to do right now? So I literally grabbed her hand, went down I even put like a red carpet and everything like down the movie. Pulled it down, and she was in shock. It was our photo coming soon, Anthony and Crystal, and I had all my family and friends start cheering on the balcony. It was beautiful. It was a Friday night. It was busy. Everyone was looking. It was a moment to remember.
Very, very nice.
It was cool.
And you have kiddos?
Yeah, I have 2 kids. Adam, he's 5, and Haven, my daughter, she's 2.
Very, very nice. And what kind of cameras do they have right now?
Yeah. Oh, man, Adam likes to take my Sony camera and he likes to play with it. My daughter also likes to take it, but I have to stand behind him and hold it because that's my bread and butter.
All right. For sure.
Yep.
So let's talk about the 360 and the photo booths.
Yes.
So everyone's seen them, obviously, but for those who haven't seen them, describe them, explain what they are, and where the memory making comes in with those and at a wedding or an event or whatever.
Yes. So 2014, I got my first photo booth 9 years ago, and I was using it as an add-on to my photography.
Yep.
Just more pictures. The more pictures, the more content, the more better your event is going to be memorable.
For sure.
So after I got that photo booth, a couple years later, I got 2 more because I was overbooking, double booking, turning down people, and my photo booths are very modern, very sleek. It's an open air concept, and I have custom backdrops. So you can customize your backdrop with your names, logos, and
I see props sometimes.
Yeah, I have a prop table.
Okay.
Fun props. You can customize that as well. Printouts, unlimited printouts. I have a professional photo booth attendant at all my events, making sure everything goes smoothly. Printer, if there's a malfunction in the printer, they're there to fix it. Adjust the camera settings.
There's email capability too.
Yup. Text message, email, AirDrop. They got really advanced now. So
very nice.
Yup. And then down the road, I got more and more. And now my 360 just is releasing this year, actually this month.
Okay.
And it's God will only be the first of many. So yep, that's good. It's basically you stand up on a platform.
Yep.
It's like a 10-second video, and it just goes around and you make content.
And slow-mo and
slow-mo.
Yep,
fast.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great imagery, great shots, and it's cool because it's a tight shot and everybody's vibing, and it's fun.
Yep.
So what else is in store for Quik Pix? What's in the future?
You know,
besides the 360, which is
Oh,
coming.
yes. Besides, like, I want to obviously grow my photo booth business, and me as a photographer, I want to get more into the wedding market, doing weddings.
Okay.
You know, creating packages, photo and video. I also like corporate. Corporate is an awesome market. Weddings, corporate, and just, I really want to touch like the big grand events, like wherever that may be, you know.
Yeah.
So there are people in our community. I had past clients who throw the most beautiful parties, milestone events for their spouses, and I just love to be a part of that. And I love just seeing the joy on people's faces and capturing those moments.
So if someone were to hire you for a grand event, which they already do, obviously, but if somebody had an event that was, you know, bigger than the boutique or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you bring a second photographer to capture different angles and stuff like that? So, okay.
Yep, I do, yes. I do have a couple friends in the industry that are freelance. So a freelance photographer is basically someone who shoots for themselves, but also is open to collaborating with another photographer under you. So yeah, I do have friends that help me just to capture more content, get that second angle, give me a break.
Yeah.
Because we do get tired on our feet all day.
Right.
So, yep, it's awesome.
For sure. Yeah. What else can we talk about, before we started rolling, we were talking about community.
Yes.
So let's talk about community, your place in it, and how you view our community from your very expensive lens.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm very fortunate to start this. I have started this business kind of with the rise of social media, and not MySpace, Facebook days. It was more Instagram, more like off your phone social media, not when you needed a desktop computer to go on social media. So I'm very fortunate about that, and the relationships I've created, the bonds, the friendships. I have people call me since the beginning, and I've done people's babies' baptisms, now communions, and now people who are graduating, high school seniors, are calling me saying, "You did my communion photos, now it's time for my senior photos." And that really makes me feel like, wow, like I captured this milestone in this child's, now adult's, life.
Yeah.
It's a wow. Like, it makes me feel older, but I feel good.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it makes
sure.
me happy. And our community we're an amazing community, and anyone should be proud to be Chaldean in our community because we support each other. And the business that we offer, Michigan's economy, I just learned that, you know, Chaldeans in Michigan offer $11 billion annually to our economy.
Yeah, I saw that from $3 billion before. I saw it in the Cranes article. So if you haven't seen it yet, Google Cranes, Chaldeans, and Martin Manna does a great piece in there.
Yes.
And very proud of the community, very proud of what Martin does with the chamber. And if you aren't a member of the chamber, you should join it. But what the Chaldean community has done, and in that article, reading it makes you very proud to be Chaldean for sure.
Yes.
Well, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
And it pretty much the relationships that I built in this business, people allowing me. It's not only like you're just hiring a photographer. It's you know, I'm gonna hire Anthony Samona because he's a very personable, well-rounded guy, and he creates relationships. And I created relationships, and a lot of clients have become my friends. We'll double date with them, and we'll go out, and you know, they'll continue to hire me and for all their milestones.
Isn't that cheating? You know who's not. You know who's going to be kind of together, and you're like, oh, I got 2 new friends.
Right. Oh man. If anything, they're expecting a discount now. But
Oh, shoot. You know what? But then they're not your friends.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Pay
I'll
full
honor the
price.
discount.
Pay full price to all your friends.
Right.
Get discounts from strangers, not your friends.
Good advice.
Yeah. So we talked about the community. What else about the community that you like, and the support that you get, obviously? But what else about the community? What else about just us? Like,
so I love our culture. You know, I've done American weddings. I've done non-Chaldean weddings, and you know, it's just our music, our vibe. Like, it's awesome. Like the dancing that when when a bride and groom gets married and you just look around and the joy of people dancing around you with their sticks and their traditional, and you see it's like, wow, like this is my family and this is our people, this is our culture. And I love our weddings. I've done a lot of other weddings culture and nothing tops Middle Eastern / Chaldean weddings.
Yeah.
So very proud of that.
For sure.
And our food.
Yeah, our food's delicious.
Yep.
So if you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
Wow. So I think I would be doing something in social media because I love it. But I also, the real estate aspect of residential homes.
Yeah.
I see a lot of real estate agents that they become big on Instagram, and I love their content, and I love them. They're working with photographers, and videographers, doing drones and cameras throughout beautiful homes in Michigan. So I would see me doing something in real estate investments.
For sure.
But with social media on a photography aspect.
Your family is very diverse.
Yes.
As far as careers.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yep.
And it's kind of what the Chaldean community has become, the diversity and all across, different career paths that everyone's taken. And yours is a very unique one, and it's very cool. And I got to commend you on your massive success. It's very cool to be like the guy.
Thank you.
In that space within the community,
Thank you.
Very cool.
Thank you so much.
So we close out every episode, and we kind of touched on it, and you gave a little bit of an answer, but we close every episode with, what does it mean to you to be Chaldean?
What does it mean to me? My upbringing. I think a lot of our Chaldean parents have those strict Iraqi Chaldean morals that they instilled in a little bit of all of us. And it sets us all down the right path. And I also see a very strong will of working hard, a hard work ethic in all of us. I see kids opening up sweet dessert shops on Instagram at the age of 11 and 12. It's passed down to us, and we're passing it down to our kids, making them work at 10 years old. There's obviously that store life, the liquor store life is kind of phasing out in my generation, where we can't take our kids anymore to stores. So where do we take our teenage kids to work? And I see that, and now there are kids that are starting. They're coming to your house to detail your cars.
Yeah.
They're doing sweet tables. They'll do anything, clean your homes, or a top-notch lemonade stand on the corner, and then you have social media to advertise it. And that's something that I love, and I think that's what it means to me to be Chaldean. It's that hard work ethic that we all have, and that we're passing it down to our generations.
For sure. And that's one of the blessings of me being able to do this show, is that while you were naming these industries, I could picture the kid that you're talking about. Like, I know who you're talking
Exactly.
about. And each one of them.
Yep.
There's Genevieve and the Abros.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a bunch of, it's beautiful.
Yep.
Well, thanks for joining us. This
Thank
is
you for
a
having
great
me,
episode. I hope everyone takes advantage of the services that this man brings to you. There's nothing more valuable than a memory looking back as you get older. To be able to capture those memories is priceless. To be able to look back on those memories is priceless. And you're doing a great thing for the community, and we appreciate you.
Thank you, Anthony. And I also appreciate what you're doing here and highlighting our success in the Chaldean community. This is awesome. This is a beautiful thing that you're doing.
Thank you.